Today's saint is Saint Clare, and just wanted to say hi to Miss Clare out there listening. This is your Saint Clare. She could be your patron saint. Clare was the daughter of a count, which is somebody who is pretty rich and in charge of many things. She heard Saint Francis of Assisi preach in the streets, and she told him that she really wished that she could give herself to God, and they became close friends. You might remember that Saint Francis of Assisi is one of our favorite saints. He loved nature and really felt like the animals and the trees and the sun were his brothers and sisters. So St. Clare heard him speaking in the same city as he was, in Assisi, and she talked to him and said, "Wow, I really want to give myself to God." And they became close friends. When Clare was 15, it was arranged that she was going to be married. But she said, "I will not marry because I want to dedicate my life to God." At the age of 18, she left her castle with one friend, and she went to the Church of Our Lady of the Angels. And there she met Francis and his group of brothers that he had begun. And in that poor little church, she received a rough woolen habit, a very rough dress. She changed her jeweled belt for a rope with knots in it. And she consecrated her life, or she dedicated her life to God at the altar of Our Lady. So just like St. Francis, St. Clare gave up all of her riches to dedicate her life to God. In an old house outside of Assisi, she started her own group of women who would dedicate their lives to God, called the Order of the Poor Clares. Later, her sister and mother and other wealthy ladies joined her. They lived a life of prayer, silence, work, and fasting. One day, enemies of the church were about to attack the convent. St. Clare had the Blessed Sacrament placed in a monstrance above the gate of the convent. So you can see she's holding the monstrance with the Blessed Sacrament there in the middle, and they placed it on the gate. And she prayed to God for help, and the enemies fled.